pages turn on a book that's nearly done. The ink is fading in the setting sun. We started strong, believed in every line. A perfect plot where everything was fine. The chapters held the laughter and the light, the promise of a never-ending night. We thought we wrote a classic built to last and hold, a tale of silver, a story made of gold. Now it's just a love story that came undone, a painful tale with no happy ending. The heroes lost their way, the ink began to bleed, leaving behind an empty, dying seed. Every paragraph a memory that hurts too deep, a final silent promise we couldn't keep. It's just a love story, a paperback in gray, that I have to force myself to read today. Remember the prologue, the way our eyes first met, the strongest feeling that I can't forget. The rising action, the building of the dream, not just a memory in a frozen stream. We had a climax, a beautiful high peak, before the slow decline that made us weak. The fall in action, the distance starts to grow, the painful truth of everything we know. Now it's just a love story that came undone, a painful tale with no happy ending. The heroes lost their way, the ink began to bleed, leaving behind an empty, dying seed. Every paragraph a memory that hurts too deep, a final silent promise we couldn't keep. It's just a love story, a paperback in gray, that I have to force myself to read today. They say all good things have to reach the end, a hard cold lesson that my heart can't mend. The final resolution is just goodbye. Beneath the cold and unforgiving sky, the book is closed, the cover shuts real tight, leaving me alone here in the lonely, silent night. Now it's just a love story that came undone, a painful tale with no happy ending. The heroes lost their way, the ink began to bleed, leaving behind an empty, dying seed. Every paragraph a memory that hurts too deep, a final silent promise we couldn't keep. It's just a love story, a paperback in gray, that I have to force myself to read today. A love story, a painful read, drowning in the empty need. A love story, the final page, lost forever in this lonely stage. Sunrise painting the window pane, but all I see is the pouring rain. Another morning where the hope is gone, the painful silence of the coming dawn. I trace the words you wrote on an old forgotten note, forever yours, a story left afloat. We built a castle with the bricks of empty air. Now the foundation is broken beyond all break. 'Cause all I have are empty promises you made. The price of love is finally being paid. 1,000 fragile words that broke like brittle glass, watching all our happy future pass. Every single vow just rings hollow in the night, leaving me alone without a single light. Just empty promises, they echo in the dark. A final quiet end to our dying spark. Remember dancing in the kitchen light, promising forever in the pale moonlight. Now every song just feels so wrong, reminding me of where we don't belong. Your photo sits there on the shelf, a lie I tell my lonely broken self. That you meant every word, every single dream we had. Now the truth is the most painful kind of bad. 'Cause all I have are empty promises you made. The price of love is finally being paid. 1,000 fragile words that broke like brittle glass, watching all our happy future pass. Every single vow just rings hollow in the night, leaving me alone without a single light. Just empty promises, they echo in the dark. A final quiet end to our dying spark. Maybe I was naive, maybe I believed too hard. Every single promise was just a final lonely card. You played your hand, you won the game you saw, leaving me with nothing and the lessons I've been taught. The words were sweet, but the taste is sharp and true. Nothing left of us, nothing left of you. 'Cause all I have are empty promises you made. The price of love is finally being paid. 1,000 fragile words that broke like brittle glass, watching all our happy future pass. Every single vow just rings hollow in the night, leaving me alone without a single light. Just empty promises, they echo in the dark. A final quiet end to our dying spark. Empty promises, they ring so loud, lost forever in a lonely crowd. Empty promises, nothing left to say. Love died here today. Sun's rise hits the pillow, but it only lights one side. A painful reminder of the love that died. I reach across the sheets, a muscle memory, to the empty space where you used to be. My world is fractured, broken down the seam, living inside a never-ending, painful dream. You took your half and left a sudden clean, sharp cut, leaving my existence in a lonely rut. 'Cause I'm walking around with just half a heart, torn completely and painfully apart. The other half is somewhere out with you, lost in the deep and crushing blue. It doesn't beat right, it stumbles and it sighs, a broken rhythm beneath the empty skies. Just half a heart is all that's left of me, a silent, slow and lonely I see happy couples laughing in the street. Their lives look easy, their love looks sweet. I remember when we used to shine so bright before we lost our way in the endless night. My smile is forced, my laughter is a lie, a simple cover for the tears I cry. I'm missing you in every single beat, a painful, lonely, final sad defeat. 'Cause I'm walking around with just half a heart, torn completely and painfully apart. The other half is somewhere out with you, lost in the deep and crushing blue. It doesn't beat right, it stumbles and it sighs, a broken rhythm beneath the empty skies. Just half a heart is all that's left of me, a silent, slow and lonely tragedy. Maybe one day the two halves will align again. Maybe I can learn to live beyond the pain, but right now the void is all I know. A constant ache when nothing more can grow. I'm incomplete, a puzzle with one piece, begging for a moment of release. 'Cause I'm walking around with just half a heart, torn completely and painfully apart. The other half is somewhere out with you, lost in the deep and crushing blue. It doesn't beat right, it stumbles and it sighs, a broken rhythm beneath the empty skies. Just half a heart is all that's left of me, a silent, slow and lonely tragedy. Half a heart is all I have, drowning in the painful aftermath. Half a heart, barely beating slow, nowhere left for me to go. I'm sitting here in the wreckage of the life we knew, staring at the space where I once had you. You said I'd change, you said I lost my way, that every single good thing turned to gray. At first I blamed the world, I blamed the cruel cold time. I swore it wasn't my fault, swore it wasn't a crime. But the mirror's honest, the reflection's hard to face, a bitter truth I can no longer chase. 'Cause maybe I'm the problem, maybe it was me, the reason we're just a painful memory. Maybe I pushed you out, maybe I built a wall, maybe I'm the reason for the final painful fall. The monster in the dark, the reason for the tears, the architect of all my deepest fears. Maybe I'm the problem, a hard truth I must allow. It's just me in the silence staring at me now. You used to see a light deep within my eyes, a hopeful future beneath the gentle skies. But I let it dim, I let the darkness win, a selfish battle covered up our sin. I took your love for granted, treated it so cheap, a promise buried 6 feet deep. I see it clearly now, the damage I have done, the lonely race I thought that I had won. 'Cause maybe I'm the problem, maybe it was me, the reason we're just a painful memory. Maybe I pushed you out, maybe I built the wall, maybe I'm the reason for the final painful fall. The monster in the dark, the reason for the tears, the architect of all my deepest fears. Maybe I'm the problem, a hard truth I must allow. It's just me in the silence staring at me now. It's a bitter pill to swallow, this hard cold truth that I wrecked the ship, I lost the fire. only prison I have put to the test. 'Cause maybe I'm the problem, maybe it was me, the reason we're just a painful memory. Maybe I pushed you out, maybe I built the wall, maybe I'm the reason for the final painful fall, the monster in the dark, the reason for the tears, the architect of all my deepest fears. Maybe I'm the problem, a hard truth I must allow. It's just me in the silence staring at me now. Maybe I'm the problem, I see it clear. Everything I lost that I held so dear. Maybe I'm the problem, maybe it's too late. Accepting my painful, lonely fate. The sky is bleeding crimson, orange and deep red, matching the turmoil running through my head. We're sitting here on the blanket by the shore, pretending that we're the couple we were before. The air is still, the ocean starts to sigh as we watch the final colors of our love die. Your hand is close, but I don't dare to touch, knowing that I'm needing you too much. This is our last sunset, a beautiful, painful end, watching the light fade on a love we couldn't mend. Every shade of gold is a memory that bleeds, falling into darkness with our empty knees. The final curtain call, the closing of the show, the hardest, saddest ending I will ever know. Just the two of us here as the final light descends, watching the sunset on where our story ends. You point out colors, try to break the quiet spell, but I'm just listening to the final lonely knell of a future lost, a promise we can't keep, a silent sorrow that is wide and deep. The warmth is leaving with the fading light, giving way to an endless silent night. I steal a side glance, trying to memorize your face before I lose you to this empty, painful space. This is our last sunset, a beautiful, painful end, watching the light fade on a love we couldn't mend. Every shade of gold is a memory that bleeds, falling into darkness with our empty needs. The final curtain call, the closing of the show, the hardest, saddest ending I will ever know. Just the two of us here as the final light descends, watching the sunset on where our story ends. The waves keep crashing, a rhythm to the ache. Every single breath is more than I can take, knowing that tomorrow you won't be here with me. Just the endless ocean and a lonely empty sea. The colors disappear, the sky turns cold and gray, taking all the hope we had and throwing it away. This is our last sunset, a beautiful, painful end, watching the light fade on a love we couldn't mend. Every shade of gold is a memory that bleeds, falling into darkness with our empty knees. The final curtain call, the closing final chapter's written, the ink is dry and set. A painful sad conclusion to a story of regret. We're standing at the crossroads, nowhere left to go, just watching the last embers of our love glow. The air is heavy with the words we never said, a silent scream of everything that's dead. No fight, no anger, just a quiet, heavy peace. A final sad acceptance, seeking our release. This is the end of us, the final painful bow. Nothing left to salvage, nothing left here now. No happy ending, no fairy tale in sight, just the crushing silence of the endless night. The curtain's falling, the stage is dark and cold, a story of a love that was never meant to hold. This is the end of us, a final sharp design, a permanent break in every single line. I look at you, a stranger I once knew so well, trapped inside the borders of a silent, empty hell. The ring sits heavy on the table, cold as ice, a symbol of a love that paid the final price. We made a promise of forever in the sun. Now the final journey's over, truly done. The future that we painted, vibrant, strong and bright, just faded in the middle of the night. This is the end of us, the final painful bow. Nothing left to salvage, nothing left here now. No happy ending, no fairy tale in sight, just the crushing silence of the endless night. The curtain's falling, the stage is dark and cold, a story of a love that was never meant to hold. This is the end of us, the final sharp design, a permanent break in every single line. Maybe the ending was written from the start, a tragic flaw inside a broken heart. We tried so hard to make the story bend, but we couldn't change the outcome in the end. It hurts to let go, it hurts to say goodbye, beneath this cold and unforgiving sky. This is the end of us, the final painful bow. Nothing left to salvage, nothing left here now. No happy ending, no fairy tale in sight, just the crushing silence of the endless night. The curtain's falling, the stage is dark and cold, a story of a love that was never meant to hold. This is the end of us, the final sharp design, a permanent break in every single line. The end of us, the final sad goodbye. Nothing left but to sit here and cry. The end of us, the end of us, just silence and the bitter dust. I keep replaying the calendar in my mind, searching for the moment we were still alive. Was it the Tuesday we watched the summer rain, before the silence started and the creeping pain? I try to find the line where things went wrong, the final chorus of our happy song. The day you smiled that way, so real and true, before the distance started between me and you. Now every day feels like a cold gray blur, but I remember the last good day we were happy and whole. sweetest victory, the saddest defeat. That was the last good day. I see it clear as light before we drowned in an endless lonely night. We went for ice cream down by the old pier, talking about forever, chasing out the fear. The air was warm, the world felt safe and bright. Everything was perfect, everything was right. Now every time I pass that very place, I see the ghost of your familiar face, laughing at something simple, something small, before our mansion started to collapse and fall. Now every day feels like a cold gray blur, but I remember the last good day. We were happy and hopeful, standing in the sun before the bitter ending had begun. It's a perfect memory I keep on repeat, the sweetest victory, the saddest defeat. That was the last good day. I see it clear as light before we drowned in an endless lonely night. If I could live in that one day forevermore, stay right there on that perfect sunlit shore, I would freeze the frame and stop the hands of time, keep you there with me forever, only mine. But the sun had to set, the tide had to turn, and the painful lessons I have had to learn. Now every day feels like a cold gray blur, but I remember the last good day. We were happy and hopeful, standing in the sun before the bitter ending had begun. It's a perfect memory I keep on repeat, the sweetest victory, the saddest defeat. That was the last good day. I see it clear as light before we drown in an endless lonely night. The last good day, I hold it tight, my only memory in this endless night. The last good day, the last good day. Then everything just faded away. Hang up the phone to call this time. Another forced conversation with the setting sun. You said the words I haven't, nothing true, just the hollow echoes of what we used to do. I love you, a phrase that lost its light, leaving only darkness in the endless night. The line goes dead, the air is cold and stark, drowning in the middle of the dark. 'Cause the silence after I love you is the lightest sun that I know. I had a aching quiet, nowhere left to go. Every single clip just emphasizes the divide, a million miles waiting out here left inside. Just the empty air where the meaning used to be, a painful only final tragedy. The silence after love you sharp and true is a quiet ending of me and you. We used to whisper promises beneath the stars. Now the space between us is a field of scars. You say the words, a we fix the familiar phrase. Flash within the empty, painful maze. A nod and smile, take the part I'm giving. In this lonely, silent world I'm driven. We trade the pleasantries, avoiding every fight. But the silence afterwards just kills the light. 'Cause the silence after I love you is the loudest sound I know. I had a aching quiet, nowhere left to go. Every single click just emphasizes the divide. A million miles when love been left inside. Just the empty air where the meaning used to be. A painful, only final tragedy. The silence after I love you, sharp and true, is the quiet ending of me and you. Maybe if we start saying it at all, maybe we could instead a painful fall. Maybe the honesty of a quiet space would be better than its empty, hollow rays. To pretend we're fine, to pretend we still belong. But the silence says it all. The truth is far too strong. 'Cause the silence after I love you is the last sound I know. I had a waking quiet, nowhere left to go. Every single click just emphasizes the divide. A million miles with nothing left inside. Just the empty air where the meaning used to be. A painful, only final tragedy. The silence after I love you, sharp and true, is the quiet ending of me and you. The silence after I love you, it screams so loud, lost forever in a lonely crowd. The silence after I love you, nothing left for me to do. Another forced conversation with the setting sun. You said the words a habit, nothing true, just the hollow echoes of what we used to do. I love you, the phrase that lasts this life, leaving only darkness in the endless night. The line goes dead, the air is cold and stark. Drowning in the middle of the burn. 'Cause the silence after I love you is the latest sound I know. A heavy aching quiet, nowhere left Every single click just emphasizes love about a million miles. We're laughing, love inside. Just the idea of a meaning used to be a painful, only final tragedy. The silence after I love you, sharp and true, is a quiet ending of me and you. The silence after I love you, that screams so loud, lasts forever in a lonely crowd. The silence after I love you, nothing left for me but the blue light cuts the darkness of the room. My thumbs are moving fast against the gloom, typing out the words I know I shouldn't send. I miss you, please come back, can we still mend? A paragraph of pleading, a sudden rush of pain. Then I hit the backspace, let the tears fall like rain. The screen goes blank, the feelings stay inside, with nowhere left to run to, nowhere left to hide. 'Cause my phone is full of unsent messages for you, a digital graveyard of the things we used to do. 1,000 little letters that will never reach your eyes, silent conversation underneath the silent sky. Every unsent message is a broken little prayer, hoping you might somehow feel I'm still right there. Just a ghost in the machine, screaming out your name, playing this lonely, quiet, painful game. I draft a text about the weather or a show you like, the shallow cover for the love that you just spiked. I try to be normal, I try to play it cool, but I'm just a mess, I'm just a lonely fool. Are you okay? I type and then I quickly erase. I don't need the truth of your happy smiling face, knowing that you're fine without me by your side. It's just another painful truth I have to abide. 'Cause my full of unsent messages for you, a digital graveyard of the things we used to do. 1,000 little letters that will never reach your eyes, silent conversation underneath the silent sky. Every unsent message is a broken little prayer, hoping you might somehow feel I'm still right there. Just a ghost in the machine, screaming out your name, playing this lonely, quiet, painful game. Maybe one day I'll find the strength to press in, or maybe the courage for this pain to end. But right now the draft box is my only friend, holding all the pieces I can never mend. A history of heartbreak hidden in a file, leaving me here for mile after lonely mile. 'Cause my full of unsent messages for you, a digital graveyard of the things we used to do. 1,000 little letters that will never reach your eyes, silent conversation underneath the silent sky. Every unsent message is a broken little prayer, hoping you might somehow feel I'm still right there. Just a ghost in the machine, screaming out your name, playing this lonely, quiet, painful game. Unsent messages, they weigh me down, lost forever in this lonely town. Unsent messages, nothing left to say. Love died here today.
Bush that never gets delivered, followed by silence.
date on the calendar doesn't matter now. The moment came and we took our final bow. It wasn't a car crash, it wasn't a sudden fall. It was a slow fade, a silence in the hall. The time it happened, the sky was gray and bleak. The words you spoke were soft but sharp and meek. You just looked at me with an empty, distant stare. And that was the minute it wasn't there. That was the moment when love died. No place left for us to run or hide. It didn't scream, it didn't shout your name. It just surrendered to the silent, lonely flame. No funeral service, no formal goodbye said. Just a sudden silence of the love we thought was dead. I felt the final pulse, I saw the fading light. That was the hour in the middle of the night. The bed is empty, the pillow cold and flat. I traced the lines of where we used to sit and chat. The memories are ghosts, they float around the room. A quiet emptiness, a heavy silent gloom. We used to talk for forever, a promise in our eyes. Now all I see are the cold gray, empty skies. I try to find the warmth, I try to find the spark, but love died in the middle of the dark. That was the moment when love died. No place left for us to run or hide. It didn't scream, it didn't shout your name. It just surrendered to the silent, lonely flame. No funeral service, no formal goodbye said. Just a sudden silence of the love we thought was dead. I felt the final pulse, I saw the fading light. It was the hour in the middle of the night. They say love is strong, it conquers every single thing, but they don't know the pain and the sorrow it can bring. When it just stops, no reason, no goodbye. Just a sudden stillness beneath the silent skies. The quiet death that tears my world apart, leaving just a hollow in my broken heart. That was the moment when love died. No place left for us to run or hide. It didn't scream, it didn't shout your name. It just surrendered to the silent, lonely flame. No funeral service, no formal goodbye said. Just a sudden silence of the love we thought was dead. I felt the final pulse, I saw the fading light.